Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Grizzly K. This is Grizzly True Crime, and today we are still looking at the case of Charlotte Sena, who is believed to have been abducted. I cannot imagine what her family's going through. This is absolutely terrifying. And I feel like my head is on a swivel all day. I'm just like, what, looking at all the the rumors starting to build, the speculation, some things that are of course factual. There's some things from the press conference, there's updates everywhere. Nothing really from law enforcement yet, but there might be. There's rumor of a press conference coming up later as well. But if I feel like that, and if you feel like that, can you imagine what the family feels like? It must be so scary right now. So please be sure to be kind to them in the comments. Welcome to all my moderators. Thank you so much for everything you do. Welcome to all my patrons, members, original Grizzlies, which means you were already subscribed, and everyone that's going to subscribe today. Welcome to this community. Over here, we really like documents, bullet points, press conferences, trials, Maptime, snark where appropriate. So yeah, if you want to be part of this community, please do subscribe. And we are a very passionate, determined bunch, and we try our very best to get the information all in one place and sent out everywhere we can. So thank you so much to everyone who's already been sharing so much, all the flyers and pictures and updates as well on Facebook, on Twitter, and all over the place. Okay, so thank you, Angela Infante, for being a member for 2 months, and you say love this channel. So I've updated my presentation a little bit with some of the latest so that we can go through that. Just give me a second. Let me also just double check. Yeah, my mic is at max volume, so it should be good. Okay, so please be mindful that there are a lot of rumors brewing on social media, and a lot of it is not helpful. Because if it's stated as fact, especially, it's not helpful. I understand there's a lot of mystery surrounding this case and everything. We just got to be responsible with what we share. You got to say when it's, if you're posting on social media, make sure you say when it's speculation or when it's idea or a thought or something, or whether it's fact. And normally the fact will come from law enforcement, right? Leslie, welcome to Grizzly Supporter. Okay, so they updated the information here with one flyer, and then the other one is actually from the New York State Police site, right? So I'm going to read this to you quickly because there's been 2 updates. One, her aunt, Charlotte's aunt, is describing her shirt as pink, and then also her height is 4'6". So those are 2 of the biggest updates that we see so far on this information to share. So make sure if you are sharing that you do have the latest information as well. South Florida gal, thank you so much for being a member for 16 months and shall be. So missing Charlotte Sena. If you didn't see yesterday's episode, I hope you will check it out as well. It's got the press conference in, but don't worry if you didn't see it. You could just stay here with us. I'm going to be giving you bullet point updates of everything because I always like to condense the information into one place, bullet points, get the maximum focus and information out as soon as possible. Nurse JB, you said, gee, my anxiety over this has been high all day. Mine too, right? So can you imagine the family? This is every family's worst nightmare. I mean, camping is supposed to be fun in a beautiful state park that they've been to before, and there's a lake, and the kids are all riding their bikes, and it was 6:15 in the evening on Saturday, September 30th, when Charlotte was, she'd ridden around on her bike with her friends, which she was so close with that she called them her cousins, she's riding around with them, and then she's like, okay, one more loop, just one more, I think I was like that when I was 9. Just another one. One more loop, okay? Just by myself. And they're like, okay, just quickly. And then it's dinner time because everyone was getting ready for dinner, right? And so her parents knew it's not going to take long. If you just do that loop on the map, I've put it out on Twitter as well if you do follow me there, or X as it's now known. It's less than half a mile. So it'll be, 3 to 5 minutes or so to cycle around loop A. And to think that an abduction can, and it does in many cases happen so fast, it is so scary. But it was normal. It wasn't dark. It was like a normal camping night. It's supposed to be fun. She's like, one more loop and I'll be back. And she would have been so proud of herself, And then like, okay, let's all have dinner together and camp and just have fun. And it's just turned into an absolute nightmare. So missing from Moreau Lake State Park from Moreau, New York. So it's New York State. There's an active Amber Alert. Age 9, race white, sex female, hair blonde. It's important to stress also, they said at the press conference, long blonde hair, but she's got shoulder length blonde hair. We could see it from the picture. This picture over here is where how she was last seen, right? In that Pokémon shirt, dark blue pants, black crocs. She was with the bicycle and there was a gray helmet that she had as well. So a lot of people say, well, how do they know it's an abduction? Have they seen things on the cameras? They're not telling us that. But just remember, they also haven't found the helmet. So that is pretty scary. So Charlotte is gone. Her bicycle's found. Helmet gone. Where could she be? Where'd she go? And we're going to look at a lot of updates right now, and maybe there'll be a press conference perhaps in the next half an hour or so. We shall see. If you see anything, please send it to me, grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com, because I'm going to be monitoring. Okay. So there's someone, thank you so much for the updates you're sending me. I won't say your name. I keep all my sources anonymous, but thank you so much for all the links that you are sending me. So John Bulmer said, I'm just going to quickly read you that, then get back to this. There are no updates on the search for 9-year-old Charlotte Sena. Crews have been out since 6:30 a.m. While subject to change, there's no press conference scheduled for today. There has already been a call out for search and rescue tomorrow. Okay, so that's the update for now. So it seems like there might not be. Fear not, we have so much to talk about and so much to share. Okay, so Charlotte was last seen, so there, height 4'6", not 5'1", and height, weight 90 pounds. Last seen on Loop A in Moreau Lake State Park in the town of Moreau, Saratoga County at approximately 6:15 p.m. on Saturday, September 30th, 2023. So this will be day 3 of the search, because they started that night already, right? So scary. Saturday night, the whole of Sunday night, and here we are now on Monday. So she was last seen on that Loop A. We looked at it yesterday. We'll look at it again. Last seen wearing a pink tie-dye Pokémon shirt. That's why people are saying, is it pink or is it orange? Or because it's kind of like a cloud of, like, it looks like a cloud of pink and orange. So yeah, that's why tie-dye is a good description there. Pokémon shirt, dark blue pants, black crocs, and a gray bike helmet. If you have any info, credible info, call 5184576811, or you can email, because I believe people have been struggling to get through on the phone. Some people emailed to say they tried to submit some tips and that they just kept them waiting for a long time. Sometimes it is like that. You would have to wait for quite a while. But you can also email crimetip@troopers.newyork.gov. Linda, welcome to Grizzly Supporter. So, Amber Alert update. Name, Charlotte E. Sena. 9 years old. Blonde, 4'6". Okay, everything is the same on that one. You could see on that Amber Alert update there, they say update height or eye color. So, eyes green. So, they've added that as well. Okay, so we've got that and the numbers to call as well. Sorry if I'm missing any of your messages. I will check them again later. So, here's the map that I showed yesterday. I've made a new little circle here for you to show you the Moreau Lake State Park. And this is the little Loop A where they say the family was staying at campsite 18. And you see this I'm going to say now is a rumor that her bicycle was found. Hold on one second. They said on social media, grain of salt, okay, or pinch or knippy salt. This is such a sad or scary situation. The family was at space 18 on Loop A. Charlotte's bike, I read, was found near either space 10 or 12. So if you look on the right-hand side, near 10 or 12, it's not far from where she was. I can actually move. I'm going to fly over. Sorry about that. Point. There we go. So somewhere around here is allegedly where the bike was found. But I'm not sure about that. Just that speculation from social media, right? They say if you look at the photo with the red X's, that's exactly where you can see campsites from the main road. I keep seeing people talking about one of her shoes being found, but I haven't seen that confirmed by the news. Wow, we don't know that, so there's, as I say, a lot of rumors. If one of her shoes was found, that would be very sad. But we haven't heard that from law enforcement or anyone else. It's just, sometimes things on social media, like, on Facebook could first be posed as a question, and then it grows, almost like that game Broken Telephone. I think you guys just call it telephone in America. We've discussed this before, but where it's just like messages, they snowball into from a question to suddenly a fact, which we've got to be very careful with. There's also lots of rumors about vans and all kinds of things. And remember, like cars, certain cars and colors, be careful with that if law enforcement's not sharing it, because you also don't want to tip the perp off, even though, wow, this is a high profile case now. I'm sure the perp is watching. But if the perp were to know, oh my word, they've identified my exact vehicle, let me get out of here, or let me be on the move, whatever. There's a reason law enforcement doesn't share certain things, right? Gail Hurd, thank you so much for your $5 super sticker. Okay, so, oh, hey, Goldie says, can the campsite go through all the surround check-ins and interview them? That is what they are doing. And if you guys didn't know, the FBI has now joined the search as well. So that's news as well from today, that the FBI has joined the search. So let's look at this here. Charlotte is a 4th grader from Greenfield, New York, who was just recently elected to be a class officer for student council. She's described as kind, joyful, the kind of person who looks out for others, adventurous, trusting, and sweet. She went on a bike ride with close friends that she considers her cousins, and around dinner time, she asked if she could do just one more loop by herself. Within 15 minutes, her parents were concerned because obviously they would have expected her back in 5 to 10 minutes, and they're like, whoa, like, it's dinner time, where is she? Like, she just said she's going to do one more loop, and they started searching, right? So they realized she hadn't come back yet, so they started searching for her. And then they said everybody in the surrounding campsites also got up. This is from what I'm reading on social media and articles and things. And and from the press conference, they left their dinner and everybody started searching and calling out Charlotte's name and looking for her. And then at 6:47 p.m. on Saturday, September 30th, her mother called 911. So that was at 6:47 p.m. They actually found the bike at around 6:45 p.m. You'll see it on the next slide. I rewatched the press conference, and that was what Lieutenant Colonel Richard Mazzone said. So by 7 p.m., the state police were on site. They searched for her throughout the night and are still searching for her. Firefighters are also assisting. Charlotte is the niece of one of the, that's a difficult word, Schenectady Fire Department officers. They are searching everywhere, including in cabins, in the water, under branches, no stone, no branch, no anything left unturned, okay? They are looking everywhere. There's bloodhounds, there's canines, there's drones, there's divers, on-foot searchers, FBI's joined, firefighters, everything. They've said that they're using every resource possible, right? And so, we've got to trust that they're absolutely doing their best, because I think they are. You know? Okay. So then, just laughing at someone's comment there. Wow. Oh, no, I don't want to botch it now. Thank you. Nana Banana. Nana Banana. Thank you. Schenectady Fire Department. Okay, so Charlotte was last seen riding her bike, and they said, I had to re-listen to the press conference, and I would actually recommend you do the same. If you ever feel like it's becoming a storm of information. I mean, I really was like, what, as you guys know, I've got 3 screens here. So today I'm like there and there and there, and I've got everything open, and I'm like Maptime, and I'm just like, I started feeling like my head is spinning because there's so much information coming out, not all of it factual. And how do you ground yourself? Go back to the press conference and just calmly listen to it again and be like, okay. Or at least you guys could come back and watch this episode with bullet points. I always try to make for you what I wish I could find, you know, just like where are the bullet points at? Let me just remind myself what's fact and what isn't right now. So at approximately, her bike, they said she was last seen riding her bike in Loop A of the park. At approximately 6:45 p.m., Charlotte's bike was located in Loop A. So that's not rumor. Literally, the Lieutenant Richard Mazzone said that. Those were his own words. Her bike was located at 6:45 p.m. on Loop A, and then her mother called at 6:47. So that is also why. It makes sense, because her mother was like looking for her and shouting for her, and they're like, oh my word, but here's her bike. That must have been very scary. And then suddenly called 911, and she did the absolute right thing and quickly. We've seen many cases where people obviously, I do not know why people attack the parents. Don't do that. Please don't attack the family. And so when they say, they took so long, but these parents, man, they acted so quick. It was like, okay, immediately 911. They knew exactly what to do. So then A command center was established at the Moreau State Park office. It has apparently since moved, and they've conducted interviews with those in the park and around the region. Someone also emailed me to say they camp there every summer, they camp there regularly, and when you check in, you have to register your vehicle and everything. All your details are written down, so they would have a good idea of who's there and who should be there, right? So it could help them, I guess, clear people, and also check into, well, which cars were there and who was passing by and all of that kind of stuff, right? Okay, so they've interviewed people in the park and around the region. An Amber Alert was issued at 9:35 a.m. on Sunday, October 1st, 2023. Members of the State Police Wilton BCI will be leading this investigation, and the FBI has now joined the search. Somebody here on this missing Charlotte Sena discussion group said, I just saw, I blurred out the name there, I just saw 2 Sheriff Special Search Team vans, about 7 sheriff vehicles pull into the sand pits just up the road on the opposite side of the Moreau State Park. So they've got a sad emoji there. So they're just like, oh no, they've all like swarmed into this one area and it's across the road and it's at the sand pits, but it might just mean they're relocating or regrouping or trying to get away from YouTubers, or I'm not sure. You know, lots of people just curious out there. Maybe they're just like, okay, everybody meet over there. Let's talk about it. What's our next strategy, right? Because they're going to be doing a grid search and everything. Regina Heath says the ones not spending the night are not registered. That sucks. So if you're spending the night, you're checking in, you're at a campsite, okay. If you're just coming for the day, not registered. Oh dear. Okay. So to continue on, I will show you video clips and things of the FBI now joining the search and all of that. There's lots that we're going to be discussing. I wanted to show you some pictures of Charlotte again. If you want to screenshot this and share it all over social media, you can also find these pictures on the Facebook groups that I've shared in the description box. And I'm also sharing them on Facebook and on X, formerly known as Twitter, and you can just retweet them there. I boosted the color a little bit and made it a little bit sharper, just so that you can clearly see Charlotte's features and, you know, keep a lookout for her if you are in the area. Yeah, Hamilton Art says it's closed. It is now closed, yes. We're getting to that. We're getting to that. Okay, so here, I wonder if this, I hope this little clip will play. There's some new pictures that they've also shared here. I think Charlotte was a little younger here, of course. So let's I just want to hear if this plays.
I was a car embarrassed.
We can't hear her voice there. Okay, no worries. We'll go here. Ooh.
Yes.
I'm going to play it one more time, sorry. Okay, so this is to hear Charlotte's voice. Her aunt shared this on her Instagram. Oh.
Embarrassed. He had bad gas.
Sorry. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You got to unmute it every time. Oh, goodness. I filmed it for you, but it wouldn't play there.
I was a car embarrassed. He had bad gas.
Shame. My word. Okay. So there, her aunt uploaded that to her Instagram stories, and then we were able to hear her voice. Shame. Okay, so then we've got the pictures here. And
I was a car embarrassed.
Presentation.
He had bad gas.
And so, yes, Angie said this is gut-wrenching, this poor baby and family. Okay, so let's look at this. Yesterday, actually, in our chat, somebody, Nicole, I don't know, I haven't seen if you're here. Sorry if you're not. If you are here, hi. You said, I'm a couple miles from here off Bluebird Road. We run a local Pokemon Go group on Campfire. So that was an interesting theory of like, oh no, like what if someone, you know, what if she was playing Pokemon Go, which if you don't know what that is, Pokemon is that little, well, that's actually Pikachu, isn't it? I'm not an anime specialist. You'll have to ask the specialist about it. But Pokemon, okay, Go is a game where I think you chase little characters, right? It's like virtual on your phone. You're chasing them. You're finding them like hide and seek, but with characters. I hope I'm explaining it right. I probably sound really old. And so there was a theory that what if she was playing Pokemon Go and left her bike and ran off into the woods or something, and maybe then encountered someone or something happened to her or something. But her aunt said that she did not have a phone with her. So I don't know if you've seen, there's a couple of clips and interviews and statements that her aunt has made, and she did say she didn't have her phone or a phone with her. Yes, ASB412 says, oh, Pokemon Go, where they catch them. Yes. Okay, and Nicola, you said I sent you an email regarding the press conference update. Thank you so much. I think that's what I also read out earlier, right? That there's apparently no press conference. Thank you so much. Yeah. Tien Waffler says, yes, that's who that character is. It's Pikachu. Okay. So anyway, that was just interesting to know that, there is a group and there are kids that will play Pokemon Go around there. And there's maybe you just don't know if a predator's out there on the group. As we know, they often are on social media and you just never know. But anyway, so she didn't have a phone on her. So I guess we can put that aside for now. 007 Angelo said, work in New York. Highway signs only say Amber Alert. No info at all. If I didn't watch Grizz, I wouldn't have any clue about who this child was. New York, do better. That really sucks. I've seen quite a few emails as well and messages where people say, well, they got the Amber Alert, but it didn't have any information about who it was for. I mean, the whole point would be to get the information out, right? Now here, thank you to, actually, Nicole, I think you also sent me this, right? Thank you for sending this picture, because this is a representation of the shirt. It's not the exact shirt she was wearing, but it is, you could see it's a very similar one. So that's why you could see people are like, is it orange? Is it pink? It's like pinky and orange with a yellow background and all that, with Pikachu and another character on it. Just so that you can see it, because the photo of her from that day it's just a little bit pixelated, right? So I hope it helps, just so that you can see. So of course, that would be absolutely heartbreaking if someone were to find her shirt or her shoes or helmet or pants or anything like that. But if you do see items like that, if you are in the area, don't touch them, call the police, let them come and collect those items, because you just don't know what kind of evidence there might be on there. Lucia Jones said, how many kids are currently missing or abducted in the United States? Just wondering, because I hardly ever get Amber Alerts. That stat, I don't know exactly, but it's a lot. Worldwide, right? It's a big problem. So, yes, there's a picture of her from that day, I believe. Yeah, that's what she was last seen wearing, and that's how her hair is. So, they say dirty blonde, right? But it's more like blondish. That would be a way to describe it. Blondish, shoulder length, a little bit like brownish, like with blonde streaks, and shoulder length. As you can see, they're not like long, not super short, just shoulder length would be a good way to describe it. I see on social media they're already making, edits of her hair, if she now had black hair or like bleach blonde hair or purple hair or whatever, so that in case it helps. Don't know if it helps right now, I'm not sure. I would just feel so scared. I can just imagine what her family's feeling like. Oh my word. It must be so scary, and this whole social media world and how it just unfolds, right? So please send them supportive comments here in chat and in the comments below. Sometimes here we can be comfort for them, So, attention from Moreau Lake State Park. Moreau Lake State Park is closed until further notice. This includes hiking, camping, boating, and all other activities. Be respectful of our current situation. Please do not come to the park. Thank you. For everyone asking what they can do to help, please stay off the trails, away from Moreau. Leave all searching for the professionals. Please also send all love and light to the family, as well as the people searching. So there's that, yes. I'm just reading some of your messages. Yeah, victim blaming all round is just wrong. Nicholas said Charlotte's hair has been highlighted blonde, her auntie said. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, the growth will happen. Exactly, there we go. Christy Ree said her aunt said her hair was highlighted, so growth will happen. Yes, it's we're on day 3 of the search. Okay, so they're obviously asking the public, YouTubers, everyone, just the park is closed, do not come there, don't bother them, leave the searching for the professionals. So yesterday we weren't sure if people can go out there and help or what they can do, but they're just securing the area and making sure they investigate and search properly, right? Okay, thank you, Styling Leather. I'll look at it when I can, okay? I will. So now what I want to show you is also, now there's lots of things to show you actually. This one. Okay, so this is Friends of Moreau Lake State Park. Until further notice, the Sherman Island boat launch access to the Hudson River along Spear Falls Road, along with smaller launch upstream, will be closed. So here is where that lake is, the Moreau Lake area here with the camping ground where it says park office, right? And so here's the Sherman Island boat launch. So from here to here, this is all going to be closed. Now, until further notice, the Sherman Island boat launch access to the Hudson River along Spear Falls Road, along with smaller launch upstream, will be closed, is what they say. Okay. Let's see what this message says. American woman, Grizzly. Thank you for calling me Grizzly. Some people just say Grizz or Grizzly. Oh, Grizzly, yes. Saratoga Road, only 40 yards from the bike spot. Can be seen through the trees. A car could have been parked there. I think I got your email. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's very scary. Very scary stuff, that. Okay. So, Jillian said, I live 5 minutes from Moreau Park. There are state troopers parked at the on or off ramp of the I-87. Oh, wow. Okay. So, this would be the state park that we looked at. And the highway is literally right here. Saratoga Road. Here's where they were camping. This is where campsite 18 is, around here. And if we just say the Interstate 87, I'm just going to do it like that just to see. Oh, okay. There's many ways to get onto it there. But yeah, okay, so troopers are parked at the on-off ramp of the I-87. Okay, there's also this from missingkids.org. So I'm going to put all these links in the description box for you, so that you guys can also check it out if you want to at any time to remind yourself. Sasha says, this is only an hour away from where I live. My mom knows the missing girl. So sad and scary. Oh, my word. So, here again, missing since September 30th, 2023 in Gansevoort, New York. We say Gansevoort, but Gansevoort, I think you guys say. Age 9, female, white, blonde hair, green eyes, 4'6", 90 pounds. Last seen wearing an orange tie-dye Pokémon shirt, pinkish, dark blue pants, black crocs, and a gray bike helmet. Updating picture of Charlotte. The New York State Police has activated the New York State Amber Alert and is investigating a child abduction that occurred near Moreau Lake State Park. So they are saying an abduction. That is what they believe happened, right? Because they haven't found her helmet, they haven't found Charlotte, her bike is there, and it happened so quickly. So they say here as well, I'll read it quickly just so we have all this information again, especially if you're just joining the stream now. The child, Charlotte, is seen as a white female, approximately 9 years and 1 month old, so she only just turned 9 recently, with long blonde hair, shoulder length, and green eyes. She's approximately 4 feet 6 inches tall, weighs about 90 pounds. She was last seen wearing orange, pinkish. We already went over that. The child was taken under circumstances that lead police to believe that they are in imminent danger of serious harm and or death. Anyone with information on this abduction is asked to call the New York State Police at 518-457-6811 or dial 911 to provide information on a report or sighting. 616 Love. I have seen that all over Facebook. Her aunt said, Charlotte's aunt said that they haven't, she kind of debunked the trail cam thing because the police haven't said anything about it. So we don't know. We don't know about the trail cam, if there is or isn't, right? Psychologist mom said, live in Saratoga County, and friend posted that her daughter was stopped by NYSP on the way in and out of Target today as her daughter resembles Charlotte. Oh, wow. Okay. Haley Mouse said she doesn't have a phone, and her aunt also said her name is Sena, not Sena. Sena, Charlotte Sena. Okay, that's how I want to say it, actually. I just thought it was Sena. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've seen that. And that is closed. Let's just see what's happening here. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is from her aunt, from her aunt's TikTok.
Hi, guys. I know there's so much information out there about my niece, Charlotte. I appreciate all of the videos and all of the outreach. It's a little bit overwhelming. I'm obviously handling the media stuff for the family, given that I work in the media. There isn't any information that we can tell at this time, but If you can keep sharing her photo and praying, really, that is really the best that the family, our family, can ask of anyone at this time. The police are doing their job. They know what they're doing. I'm getting so many messages I can't even keep up, honestly. But if you know anything at all, please contact the New York State Police. If you know anyone that lives around the area, I feel like any information would help with their investigations at this time. So I'll try to keep you guys updated if I hear of anything.
Okay, so that is from Charlotte's aunt. This is the group Missing Charlotte Sena discussion. If you haven't seen it yet, go onto that Facebook group if you want to see some updates in between when we're not updating here. I mean, take it with a grain of salt though, right? Careful, because sometimes, I mean, it's really great that people are sharing information there. We just know from all these cases, sometimes Facebook groups start off really well and then they go like take a left turn to crazy town. I really hope it doesn't happen. I always hope that. But sometimes you're like, damn, how did we get here? Beth Wine said, let's hope there's some CCTV somewhere that can catch something. We have all got to keep sharing and no stone left unturned. Yes, and thank you so much, Beth. I really appreciate it. M. Schmidt said, if dogs didn't find a trail, then Charlotte was put in a car and is not in the park. Could be anywhere, all eyes on board, no matter what law enforcement says. Yep, all eyes. Keep your eyes peeled, no matter where you are, right? Okay, so we've got still many things now. This is a scary sight, okay? If you look up the SOs, the S offenders in the area. Oh, man, there's so many of them. Of course, in every area you look at. I really wish the Netherlands had this. I really do. There's one thing we don't have here. We've got lots of resources, but not SOs like this, like the way you guys do it in the States. I think it's really great to be able to see the area you live in and be like, well, which SOs are around here? But just look at all these people, and we are going to go over the stalker, a guy that stalked children that was just released on bail, and all kinds of things. But is terrifying. This is in Saratoga County. Just look at all these people. Oh my word. Like, there's 3 pages of this. So, and we know predators would be waiting for the perfect opportunity and they would already know how to groom children, how to get them into their vehicles, maybe even saying, hey, can you help me find my puppy? Or like the guy with the ice cream truck, which is the stalker dude that was released on bail recently. Yeah, come back. You know, just quickly come back on your own and I'll give you an ice cream. You just never know. You just never know. Ruthless said dash cam could be the key. Grizzly, Grizzly to crime, like in Gabby Petito's case. That as well. If you've got dash cam footage, if you were there camping over the weekend and if you saw anything, if you're reviewing your footage, any photos you took, even in the days leading up to this, please review that footage. You just never know what difference it could make, right? Neverwise said, I sent you info on the person I tipped in. I think I saw that on Twitter, right? I'll have a look. I think that was actually different to the one I'm going to show. So, thank you. Where the wind blows, where does that come from? Where do you get that from? You said she screamed, someone heard her. Are you saying if she screamed, someone would have heard her, or what? Yes, I believe EquiSearch is also involved now, right? Okay. So anyway, there's 3 pages of these guys and a couple of ladies in between here too. Whoa. It's pretty scary. You can go through all of these. I will link it for you if you want to go and, I don't know, deep dive each one. But that's pretty scary. This is the amber.newyork.gov site. We went over their updates here yesterday, as well as, the activation date and time and the criteria. So if you missed that yesterday, go and check it out as well. Then we've gone over this. The Saratogian, I just always keep my eye on here. It's a local newspaper, of course, the Saratogian.com. It's a nice name for Saratoga. But I keep my eye on there as well for local news, if there's anything on there. Kerry said, also, it's scary that there are people not yet on this list. I know, right? That is so scary. Okay, so we've gone over the Instagram. I'm just quickly going. So here we go. This is scary. Sure. I first saw this from Luke on X, formerly known as Twitter. Luke was very helpful in sharing lots of information during the Danilo Cavalcante manhunt, and actually made a website with all kinds of resources for everyone, just everything in one place. It was very helpful. So when I saw this today, I was like, sorry, what? Arrested. Saratoga police get man who was stalking girls in park. This was September 27th of 2023. They said last month, August, September. So now we are in, October. This was September 27th. Last month, a story circulated about a man who had taken videos of girls, some alleged to be minors, who were running or jogging throughout the Spa State Park and then posting them to his Instagram page. Oh, man. Okay, and he's in this area, operating in that area. Okay, and so they say every person accused of any crime is considered innocent until proven guilty. At the end of August, the Saratoga Springs Police Department acknowledged that they were aware of a social media account that indicates that females within the city, and more frequently the Saratoga Spa State Park, are being filmed or photographed without their consent. In their post a month ago, the SSPD said they filed a report and were working with the New York State Police while they continue the investigation, adding that right now the alleged individual is no current threat to the public. But that changed this week, arrest made on Tuesday. In a press release on Tuesday, the SSPD said they arrested Charles A. Ross, 62, Albany, for the crime of stalking in the 4th degree. I think I actually haven't opened that one. Let's do that. They explained that the arrest of Ross relates to the alleged stalking of an individual who was running in the area of the Avenue of the Pines and Broadway in Saratoga Springs over the past summer. Who is Charles Rose? Is it Ross or Rose? There it says Ross, so I think it's Ross. He has a history of this type of thing. Back in 2018, he was arrested after he was accused of following underage girls and taking pictures and videos of them. According to sources, in 2018, he was charged with 2 counts of stalking, as well as 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child while working as an ice cream truck driver. And that scares the absolute crap out of me, because I'm like, you see, that would make my mind go, oh my word, what if he's like, okay, just when all the other kids are like with their parents having dinner, just quickly come here and I'll give you an ice cream. You know, it could be someone like that. I'm not saying it's him, but that is so scary. I don't know about you, but those old school ice cream trucks with their little songs, it's already scary, right? I don't know if horror movies ruined it for us or if it just legit is scary, but it sounds very scary, right? Wicked World says, look up what they pay to build the bathroom. Something's not right. What are we talking about there? Moosling says, you guys are crazy. They don't have the funding for cameras in all 6,000 acres of it. I mean, 6,000 acres is a good point. It's a lot, right? Catherine said, peace to the family. I really hope that they will be reunited, right? Okay, so let's just quickly look at this video here.
We're with you when you need us.
No, we don't want adverse. No, we don't. Yes, Angel Rock says, you're reacting like I did. When I first read it, I'm like, what? An ice cream truck driver. This guy, oh my word. So, okay, let's see if this, let's skip the ad. Thank you.
Now on a story you saw first on 13 this morning, the man wanted by police for allegedly recording women and posting those videos online was arrested today.
Charles Ross is his name. He turned himself in this morning and was arraigned on a stalking charge. Taniqua Penix was in court for the arraignment. She joins us live in the Saratoga Spa State Park. Good afternoon, Tia.
Good afternoon, Mark and Sabrina. This is the park where it's believed Ross recorded some of his victims, but in court today, he pled not guilty to stalking in the 4th degree.
Mr. Ross, sir, I'm going to give you a copy of the charge.
This arrest comes after Saratoga Springs and State Park police investigated a social media account that was posting videos and pictures of women without them knowing in Saratoga Springs and Saratoga Spa State Park. Park police beefed up patrols in the state park, and officers then looked into the social media post to identify the people, their ages, and when and where the videos were recorded.
Stalking in the 4th
fourth-degree charge. The judge says Ross is charged with something called a non-qualifying offense, which means bail cannot be set. But based on his criminal history, the judge says he will be released with supervision.
Released with supervision. Oh, man.
You'll recall Ross was arrested in 2018. He was working as a local truck driver for an ice cream truck. He was accused of following young girls from South Glens Falls and charged with stalking. Reporting live in Saratoga Springs, Taniqua Penix, News Channel 13 with coverage you can trust.
Oh, man. Okay, so they said Saratoga Springs. I just want to make sure. We're going to look at another one. Just hold on one second. Yeah, Saratoga State Park, right? I just want to see, because it's not quite the same one here. Saratoga State Park. Where is it? Saratoga Spa. So it's a little more south, sorry. The screen is over there. My bad. You're like, I can't see. Okay, go like this. So that would be 20 minutes drive. It's 19 miles away. But I mean, speculation, grain of salt, pinch of salt, wherever you live in the world, knippy salt. I mean, if the guy is constantly, or if he's arrested multiple times for being here and doing that, who says he wouldn't go somewhere here and do that? You know what I mean? Or up his game, or whatever it is. Someone like that. Also, the CNY family said, I live in New York, and I just made a video about this. There's a budget inn 4 minutes from the state park that houses offenders. Not a rumor. This is a fact. I pray, though, that she's safe. I mean, 4 minutes from that state park, a budget inn? That is so scary. Yeah, still another says, why is he being released? Let's look at this one. That's not it. They said it's going to be here. But that was already in September, right? Oh, man, we'll have to look through all of this. But anyway, we've got the article there that we just looked at. Oh, here, I think. Stand by. My word. For all the resizing. Here we go. On 9/26/2023, 26th of September, Charles A. Ross, 62 years of age, of Albany, New York, was taken into custody and processed on an active arrest warrant for the crime of stalking in the 4th degree, a Class B misdemeanor. Ross was processed and arraigned in the city of Saratoga Springs and released without bail to pretrial services. Oh, man. The arrest of Ross relates to the alleged stalking of an individual that was running in the area of the Avenue of Pines and Broadway in Saratoga Springs over the past summer. He was ordered to appear at a later date for further court proceedings. I mean, this was on the 26th of September? I mean, the family went to camp there from the 29th of September. The timing of this release is interesting. Can't deny that, right? Okay, let's see what else I've got for you. We've looked at that. What is this one? Oh, that one. Yes. Okay. This one is about the FBI joining the search. So let's have a look at this. Shame. Oh, I'm scared for her, oh my word. But I believe, from what we know, she's strong. She's a fighter. She's going to make it. They're going to find her. I really hope so. I mean, there's lots of rumors also now on Facebook of like, oh, they've got, I don't know, a cabin surrounded or a house surrounded. I mean, I hope it's true. There'll be a great update to be like, oh, my word, they found her alive and well. She's reunited with the family. I can't wait for that update. That would be great. Okay, so let's listen to this.
Search for a 9-year-old girl who...
Wait, we'll go back here. Here we go.
Is joining the search for a 9-year-old girl who vanished from a New York State park while riding her bicycle. Fears are growing that Charlotte Sena was abducted and is in danger. CBS News' Tony Aiello has the very latest on the search.
The family of Charlotte Sena, desperate for developments and praying for good news. Moreau Lake State Park near Saratoga Springs is closed to the public as searchers fan out through its 6,250 acres. This is a park map showing Loop A, where Charlotte was camping with her family. Saturday evening, she went biking with friends, then decided to do one more loop alone. Google Street View shows the loop is a paved road that passes through a heavily wooded.
Yes, if you guys missed the episode yesterday, we drove around there, we buckled up and everything. Also, Danny Dawn said, how do they find and pick a random child? I just don't get it. Well, they wait, right? They wait for an opportunity to get them alone, or they groom them and say, hey, little girl, I like your shirt. So you like Pokémon, huh? Me too. Get a conversation going or something and be like, let's example, if the guy has an ice cream truck, just be like, why don't you come back later, but not with all your other friends, just you, and I'll give you an ice cream. You know, it's simple things like that these groomers, they use these tricks. They know exactly how to groom children, so that's how, and they will wait. They will wait for the right moment, right? Okay.
Area. Family and friends began searching when Charlotte didn't return after 15 minutes.
At approximately 6:45 p.m., Charlotte's bike was located in Loop A, and at 6:47 p.m., Charlotte's mom, Tricia, called 911 to report the child missing.
Sources confirm state police believe it is likely Charlotte was abducted.
We are leaving no stone, no branch, no table, no cabin unturned, untouched, unexamined in our search to find Charlotte.
State police are using drones and other technology in the search of the park while casting a wide net tracing smartphones that were pinging cell towers in the area.
So they are looking, see, that's what the FBI has joined now. So now they're going to be looking at all the cell phones that would have been in the area. Anita said, wouldn't she have screamed? It depends on the situation, you know. You just don't know if someone says, come here. And again, I'm just using an example. If it's like, come and get an ice cream later or something. And then once they get there, then it could be a Delphi situation. There could be a gun to say, don't scream. You don't make a sound. You get in the van. Everything's going to be okay. I'll bring you back later, or whatever it is. And then, of course, we know survival could be. There's many survival responses, and you can't plan what your response is going to be, especially as a child. But even as an adult, fight, flight, freeze, fawn, dissociate. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, especially children, they would fawn. They'd be like, oh, crap. Like, okay, this is now, I'm going to have to be nice and play along because I don't know what's going on here, but it's very scary. So it depends on the situation, is what I'm saying.
Gathering surveillance video and checking license plate readers. Less than 1% of missing children in this country are abducted by strangers. There is real fear Charlotte may be in that category. Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Yes. Doodle Mom said, I just hope YouTubers don't go out there and mess the search up. I think a lot of us know those YouTubers. They've closed the park, so they've reduced the risk of anyone doing anything to harm the search. So, yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope not. Okay, so if you missed the updates, if you're only joining now, we have looked at an update on Charlotte Sena's height. It's 4'6", not 5'1". Her shirt is pink and orange, so pink, more pinkish though. Pokémon shirt that she was last seen in. She's got shoulder length hair, and also they have not found, from what we know, her helmet. They found her bicycle, and also we saw Charlotte's aunt share a little clip of Charlotte's voice and mannerisms, which was good to see as well, just in case. You can keep your eyes peeled wherever you are, because you have to look everywhere, in every scenario. Like someone said, like coming out of a Target, or, you know, if you see someone that looks like her at a shopping center or something, please call it in. And then we also saw some new photos of Charlotte that the family had shared, and we now know that the FBI has joined. Okay, Wicked World, I hope I addressed that. Okay, so now let's look at this one.
And Christina, we spoke with Patrick Kane, a friend of Charlotte's father, and he said that he came out this morning to support the family because if it were the other way around, he says Charlotte's dad would do the same for him. He described them as a wonderful, very tight-knit family, and he's urging the public, if you know anything, speak up.
Hug your children, first of all. Say a prayer that this resolves itself in a safe manner. But I think we just have to be on guard, ready to do whatever it needs to get done, because every little bit helps, whether you saw something or you think of something, or it just focus on this, because this little girl needs you.
More than 100 law enforcement officers, along with drones, helicopters, and crews on the water.
Like every resource imaginable, they've got it out there. They are looking for her. And I'm sure, of course, now with the FBI joining as well, they're expanding the search. Thank you for your message, Carrie. I understand. Yes, exactly. Okay.
have been deployed to search for Charlotte, a fourth grader who went missing after going for a bike ride. Governor Kathy Hochul was here yesterday detailing the lengths the state will go to find Charlotte. She said Charlotte went for a ride with friends, then wanted to take one more loop around by herself. And when she didn't return about 15 minutes later, her parents knew something was up. She was last seen at 6:15 p.m. Saturday, and at about 6:45 p.m., her bike was found in one of the park loops. Charlotte's family pleading for the public's help. When you're out and about, keep your eyes open for Charlotte or anything that looks out of the ordinary, especially if you live near Moreau Lake State Park. If you see anything, contact state police via phone or email. Their number 518-457-6811. You can also email crimetip@trooper.
Okay, so we've gone over those as well. The details is all in the description box for you. Thank you to the Truth's Loose. You said, please keep drilling both a distress signal. That would be for DV awareness, right? Well, actually, that is a good point. Wait, let's do it like this. If you see anyone doing this, I mean, maybe Charlotte knows the signal because, you know, social media or something, or friends know it. Or if you just see anyone doing this, it's a distress signal. It's normally a DV distress signal, but it could be a distress signal for, like, hello, I'm in a car, I've been abducted, can you please call the police? Then look at the license plate number, memorize it or write that down, put it in your phone or whatever you can, safely. Okay, don't drive and put it in your phone, but you know what I mean. Take a picture or do something, live stream, I don't know, and call the police. Okay, so there's that. And then yes, the survival responses: fight, flight, freeze, fawn, dissociate. There's different ways. And I mean, even myself, I'm not going to take a left turn to Trauma Town, but whether child or adult, I mean, generally, you don't just like scream your head off, because it depends on the situation. It depends. You're calculating how to survive, okay? So we don't know what the situation was. So Charlotte would have been calculating how to survive the situation, okay? We've got to keep that in mind. So we've got that. You guys are all like, email. Okay, hold on one second. So Blade Till Dead said, JB said on his stream that they did find the helmet. Well, where's that information coming from? Because law enforcement hasn't said it yet. They haven't said that they found the helmet. And I would think that's one of the big markers of, holy crap, something is really wrong, because they found her bicycle, but not Charlotte or a helmet. Okay, so we've got that. Police are searching for nine-year-old girl, as we know this one. Wait, what's this? Is this with the update? I just want to see. I think this was just to say the FBI is also joining the search. Dozens search for girl who disappeared. Camping with family upstate. I mean, how horrendous. A camping trip that should have been so nice. Oh my word. So I'm just reading some things there. Okay. Do you guys remember, we talked about it yesterday, the Cleo Smith case in Australia? I think they also used, as soon as they brought on board data analysts, forensic analysts that could, you know, analyze the cell tower data and cell phone data. I think they used triangulation to get to her, because they zoned in on an area and then on a house, and then they went in there and she was in there. So, yes, okay. Always keep the hope, okay? That's our job as well. We're not here to... Please don't do this, by the way. If you're looking through the SO list, for example, and you're like, oh, yeah, I think it's this one. I have an intuition, or I think this, or I saw that, and then you want to send it to the family. Be careful with that. They've got enough going on in their inbox. And, you know, whether it's email or social media inboxes and things, just put it on the group then or something. But try not to bother the family too much with your theories. Sometimes it really hurts families. Like, for instance, in the Daniel Robinson case, when human remains were found and people were like, oh my word, this could be Daniel. They were so excited and sent it to David. He was very upset. He was very like distraught and like, why are people sending me this as if it's a celebration? This is terrible. Like, what? So just take it easy. Just remember, the family is already thinking lots of things. It must be so terrible. David Fariello, thank you so much for your sticker there. I really appreciate it. Okay, so what is the update here? I just want to see. Yeah. What happened next? Ms. Hochul turned into every parent's nightmare when the child did not return. A lot of people also on social media are saying it's sus that the governor's already involved, but I don't think it's sus. I think she'd probably have she's got kids of her own, the New York State governor, right? I think she's doing a good job. I mean, it's kind of like damned if you do and damned if you don't. Like, if she didn't join the search, people say, why isn't she joining the search? I mean, like, hello, what are you doing? And if she does join the search, people are like, that's weird, it's sus. I don't know. I think it's more resources, which is good. Where did she go missing? Okay, this was just another map that I saw. Yeah, these are all just resources that I'm going to share with you. I'm just quickly going to refresh this one. It's called nyspnews.com. So they've got all the updates here of what happens in the area if you do want to check that out as well. I also didn't see any, I've been looking at flight radar. Reminds me of those Cavalcante days, and there's absolutely nothing flying over that area right now, which kind of sucks, you know. So we've got that, okay. And then this video here is called Kelly Marsh Photography. I will link the channel for you.
Of Moreau Lake State Park up near.
I'm just going to play it a little bit faster, okay? Like how about 1.5, just to show you the area a little bit. Because yesterday we did some Google Maps, and now this would help see the area a little bit more. Just that exact Moreau Lake State Park. Okay. Sassy Squatch. That's quite a cool name. You said AirTags are great until they are removed. Oh man. Yes. Tiff Knox said, I thought Hokel did a great job speaking. Yeah, I think so too. I've turned the sound off on this, by the way, just so that we can just see. I want to show you actually from the campsite here. There we go. Just to see what it's like. You know, it really looks so beautiful and safe. And are these the bathrooms someone was referring to earlier? Now, while you're watching this quickly, I just want to see if there's anything on social media here. You can go hashtag Charlotte Sena. It's with one N. If you want to go on to, for instance, X, formerly known as Twitter. Here we go. You could see the loop as well that we were going on Google Maps, but this is actually video of it. So that's great. And it was made a couple of months ago, I think. I didn't actually look at the time now, but it wasn't now. So we can just see what it looks like. So anyway, you can go on X, formerly known as Twitter, and type in the search bar hashtag Charlotte Sena, and then you can go to latest and see all the latest updates. Charlene Salter Welch, thank you so much for being a supporter for 5 months. Okay, I've still got a few things to show you. And yes, Jeff says Cavalcante was caught. Yeah, I think we know that, right? We know, we were there. Yes, that was quite hectic. Go Loki. So yeah, you could just see. You could see what it looks like. You know? And Charlotte would have been going for a bike ride. Just like, I'll be right back. So scary. Fletch said, forests never look safe. They freak me out. Probably also from cases like this and all the movies and everything, right? I mean, all thriller and horror movies make forests seem pretty scary. Yep. Took me a while here in the Netherlands to overcome that too. Because I go walk in the forest quite a bit, but it's very safe here. Okay, so thank you to this lady from this video that we could show. This was Kelly Marsh Photography. This was made 5 months ago. Here's actually another one as well from SM Creative Works. I'm just going to turn the music off here. Such a beautiful area, my goodness. Black Widow says, nice facilities. Yes, nice facilities. There is also, I believe, a GoFundMe that's been created, so I'll share that in the description box as well, if you guys want to check that out. I'm just looking for things while I'm showing you this. Okay, let's just go to the group quickly. Missing Charlotte Sena discussion group. There's updates from TikTok. Those are really to be taken with a grain of salt, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna... You can go to the group yourself and read some of those rumors if you want to. Isn't it so pretty here? Oh my goodness, what an area. But then again, of course, with a missing and believed to be abducted 9-year-old girl, it's a pretty scary area to be searching. Right? It's gorgeous, but whew, if one is lost or abducted or something, this is pretty scary. So I really hope that they find her soon. We mustn't lose hope. Tina said, locals said nothing like this serious happens in the area, but last year close to the area another girl went missing. Not sure if it's correct. I did see that actually. Wait, I might actually even have it somewhere here. Wait, where is it? I think it was the one, is it Catherine Schneider, right? The 17-year-old that went missing on July 5th. Oh, July 5th, 2023. We can look at that. We can look at that as well. Showing you the area here. Okay, so I'm just going to pause it there. Here's the GoFundMe, help support the Sena family. And Jean Luciani is organizing the fundraiser. And that, I believe, is her aunt's name, right? So they said Charlotte Sena went missing on 9:30 in upstate New York. Please donate to help the family during this difficult time. So I don't know. I always, as you guys, I'm very careful with GoFundMe's because a lot of times in cases like this, someone will impersonate someone. You know, they'll whip up a GoFundMe and exploit the situation. So just be careful. If you have a gut instinct about it, just be careful, okay? But I am sharing it with you. And you can check it out for yourself there. It's unfortunate when that happens. I mean, YouTubers, their whole accounts are getting cloned now. I've got impersonators on Twitter as well. Like, oh my word. So GoFundMe's, in these cases, it's absolutely terrible. Now, this is nyspnews.com. I just want to check again. October 2nd at 4 p.m. Yeah, let's see this one. That was an update from, 15 minutes ago? Let's look at it. You see why we keep these sites open and we just refresh. Head on a swivel all day. The extensive search for Charlotte Sena continues. The search, which is being led by New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Forest Rangers, has expanded over 46 linear miles. At this time, approximately 400 certified search and rescue personnel are actively searching. The searches originate from law enforcement agencies, 34 volunteer fire departments, along with private search and rescue groups. The investigation remains classified as a missing child. State police are pursuing all investigative avenues to locate Charlotte, and in doing so have requested the assistance of local and federal law enforcement agencies and our partners, including, now look at all of this, the New York State Park Police, the DEC Environmental Conservation Police Officers, Saratoga County Sheriff's Office, Schenectady County Sheriff's Office, and Schenectady, I hope I'm saying that right now, Police Department, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Services. Okay, was anyone released recently? You know, I mean, when I read that, I'm like, oh, really? The United States Marshal Service, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. This remains a continuous 24-hour operation, and all received tips and information are being followed up on. The people in this community are strong, and we support one another. We are asking our community to come together today to help Charlotte and her family. When a child disappears, members of the community often have information that they do not realize is valuable. This information is crucial, establishing a timeline of what happened. If you or someone you know visited Moreau Lake State Park on Saturday, the 30th of September, 2023, please email crimetip@troopers.newyork.gov. You may have seen or heard something valuable to our search for Charlotte. Whether you were there to take a walk, camping with family or friends, or for any other activity, we ask that you contact law enforcement. No detail is too small when searching for a missing child. Any search and rescue trained personnel who wish to volunteer can email. So if you are a trained search and rescue person and you want to help, thanks Barbara, Schenectady, and you want to help, then you can email rangers@dec.newyork or ny.gov. Please include your name, contact information, and credentials in the email. Someone will contact you if assistance is needed. Moreau Lake State Park is closed indefinitely, and we request all members of the public to avoid the area. In addition, a temporary flight restriction, so that's why there's no flights there, has been issued by the Federal Aviation Administration over Moreau Lake State Park to ensure the safety of our aircraft operations. So they're searching, especially with drones and things like that, and they have their own aircraft which might not have their transponder on, and maybe they're searching there. Right? We just can't see it, right? And so they said, no interviews will be granted at this time, as all of our efforts are being focused on finding Charlotte. Any future media availability and updates will be posted to the newsroom, which is the site, right? We ask the media to please respect the family's privacy during the time and not contact them directly. All agencies involved are completely committed to safely returning Charlotte home and will continue to search for her. Oh, Angela said the Adam Walsh team is in the search team too. Adam Walsh abduction was horrible. It was. Thank you for being a member for 17 months, Angela. Yes. And so they say, on behalf of all of us in law enforcement working together, we'd like to thank the community for your overwhelming support and your assistance to help find Charlotte. Charlotte is a bright and adventurous girl who loves to be outside. Charlotte has a huge heart and wants to create a club at a school for kids who don't have friends. She always puts others first. Please know that we continue to work around the clock to bring Charlotte home. Shame on my word. Wow. A psychologist mom said, my husband works for NYS Corrections and is trained to search. We'll let him know and encourage him to volunteer. He was part of the search for the escaped inmates several years ago. Oh, wow. Okay. So if any of you need the emails again, I will make sure to link this. It is on nyspnews.com. And the email to, if you have tips, crimetip@troopers.ny.gov. Or if you want to volunteer in the search, if you've got search and rescue experience, rangers@dec.ny.gov. So that is the update that we have. There's no press conference then. This is the main update that we have. So we've got that. Let's see what's going on here that I wanted to show you. Oh, that was just from the New York State Police. So I just wanted to monitor that to make sure. Are we missing anything? Are we seeing anything? There's so many things to monitor. Okay. Nope. Wait. I'm just looking. No, that's not it. Sorry. I'm just like, what is this now? You can see head on a swivel. Let's just go. This is the one we looked at. Wait. Yeah, it is. Alleged Saratoga Springs Instagram stalker arrested. We looked at the story earlier. They said earlier, a 62-year-old Albany man who allegedly posted salacious photos and videos of women and girls running through the city on Instagram was arrested Tuesday for a stalking charge. This is scary, man. Charles Chuck Ross was charged by Saratoga Springs Police Tuesday morning with 4th-degree stalking, a misdemeanor. Public Safety Commissioner Jim Montanino said Ross was arraigned in city court and released. I think they said released without bail earlier from the police side, right? Scorpio said, has anyone brought up animal predators in the area? They have. They said there are brown bears in the area, which are not as aggressive as grizzlies. Grizzly bears, right? We're Grizzly True Crime. Okay, so, but yeah, let us know. I just think, given the circumstances, it sounds very scary, like an abduction, right? Yes, which is why they're saying Amber Alert abduction. Allison said, thank you for all your and your team of best mods that we do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Allison. CK said law enforcement is not discussing the cameras yet. They just won't. They won't. They haven't yet discussed the cameras. So we've got to be careful with those rumors flying around about the cameras, right? Anyway, so they said on August 28, police said they were working with State Park police on the matter as many other photos were taken in Saratoga State Park. On September 6th, city police issued a warrant for Ross, who was living on Grant Avenue in Albany. It's unclear where Ross was picked up. Since the warrant was issued, Ross's Instagram account, Charles Ross 9021. There's already a red flag, I'm just saying. Come on, man, Charles Ross 9021. Which was once public has gone private. Many of the photos featured close-up images and videos of women's breasts and buttocks. Ugh, this guy. In several videos, a man is heard describing himself as an amateur photographer and asking to take a woman's picture. In others, women are seen from a distance, walking down the street or jogging. In many of the videos, the camera drops down or zooms in on the woman's chest. When the Times Union spoke with Ross last month at Grant Avenue, he acknowledged having the same name as the account owner, but denied running the account or taking any of the videos. He did confirm that he was the same man who faced charges 5 years ago related to videos that he shot while following young girls. Albany police also confirmed that he was arrested in 2008 in Washington Park for unlawful surveillance. He does it over and over. It's an addiction for him, you know what I mean? So people will be like, why does he keep doing it? It's an addiction. So make sure, I wish law enforcement then, or, the courts then, okay, make sure that he has the appropriate charges and keep him locked up. Because maybe now someone like that could escalate in their behavior, right? Why would they do it if they can't look at many people anymore? Maybe they want to capture one person and be like, I'm just going to have this one person here for me. They're so entitled, these types of predators, right? The one thing I do want to look up quickly is, where did they say? Grant Avenue. Was it Grant Avenue? Yeah. I just quickly looking here. Going down a rabbit hole. Grant Avenue. Albany, New York. Wait, how far is that? Oh, all the way down there. Okay, so 50 miles away from this Moreau Lake State Park. Well, I hope they're searching there as well. Gail said, did you say they did not find the helmet? There's no information that I've seen, no credible information that they did find the helmet. No, I've not heard that anywhere. I've been scouring the internet. I know it was said on a stream now, but I don't have that information. I don't know where that comes from. Because I know they found the bicycle. I know what I've read, they didn't find the helmet or Charlotte, of course. I also know there's rumors of a shoe being found. I don't know about that. That's a pure rumor. Okay. So we've got that. I think we've gone through just about everything. The one more thing I wanted to show you was this one that you guys were just mentioning now. Wait, where is it now? My goodness, I've got so many things open here. Is it this one? Ew, what kind of adverts are they showing us? Why do we want that? We don't want that shirt. So this one says, what happened to Catherine Schneider? Body reportedly found in search for missing Saratoga teenager. 17-year-old Catherine Schneider reportedly disappeared after she was last seen on July 5th of 2023. On that day, Schneider was leaving her Saratoga home in a white 2019 Honda Accord. Since then, her whereabouts had been unknown. More than a month later, on August 7th, the car was found close to Castle Rock State Park on Skyline Boulevard, and police further discovered human remains nearby. According to Catherine's mother, police had confirmed that the remains belonged to a missing girl. However, Santa Clara Sheriff's Office has claimed that they are still conducting examinations to determine the identity of the remains obtained by the vehicle. So this is I will put this in the description box if you just want to dig into more of this case of what happened to Catherine Schneider. The reason people are looking at it on social media as well is because it's in Saratoga, New York, right? So we've got that. Okay. So let me just quickly check some of your messages and emails before I go. That's about the updates we have for now. Okay. Albany. We have an Albany in South Africa. How do you say it? Albany. How do you want me to? I'm South African. Albany. I don't know. Okay, so EEG said only black bears. Only black bears. Brown bears equals grizzly bears. Okay. You get some brown bears that are not grizzly bears. You know how I know? Because I visited them here at a zoo that is filled with brown bears. They are adorable, my word. Okay, so David, oh my word, thank you so much. How would I say your what's her name? Is it like Altrogi or is it like Altroge? I don't know. Lori Lowe says, I have to also say, New York State troopers, local police do not like and will not take YouTubers or anyone they did not ask to help. I truly suggest you save your time from trying. Yes. Caroline said, lots of possibilities. Wildlife slightly possible. Possible she ran after an animal that got her attention. Bad guy could be the usual suspect on the list or some other park goer wilding. Yes. Jenna said, is there a news conference today? No. The update is that there is no news conference today. They are focusing on the search. I also thought there could be one. There might be one. There was rumor of one, but then they said there isn't one. Okay. So, quickly, before I go, let's look at X, formerly known as Twitter, and just see if there's anything there. Lauren Engel from New York. She said, update from New York State Police. The search led by New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Forest Rangers has expanded over 46 linear miles. That's what we read through earlier. So that is the latest update right now. Okay. So I'll keep you posted. I'm watching this case very closely. I'm like in it, immersed. I will share anything that I need to share to help with this, and we'll add to our bullet points. Mostly, I hope that we'll meet again very soon and celebrate that Charlotte was found alive and well and returned to her family. Right? Okay. You guys are so funny with your pronunciation. I try. I can do many things in your American accent. Even though South Africans laugh at me, okay? My own people are laughing at me. But some things I'm just like, I don't know, man. Albany is Albany to me. Albany. Okay, sorry about that. So, I'll keep you posted. Make sure that you are subscribed. Hit it again. That's how you do it now. You subscribe, hit it again, set it to all so you don't miss out on the next live stream. I mean, maybe an hour from now, we hear something. You know? So, we shall have a look. We're also following lots of cases, and I'm doing my best to keep up with all of it. There's some new Delphi documents to look at and things like that. So we will check that out. Kathy said, thanks for your awesome coverage. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And before we go, let's just quickly, one more time. Okay, I just want to show you the pictures and the flyer for Charlotte Sena, 9 years old, white with blonde hair, shoulder length, 4'6", approximately 90 pounds, with green eyes. Last seen September 30th around 6:15 p.m. at the Moreau Lake State Park. And then they also shared some, this is again, you can go over this from the beginning. I'll make sure to do some timestamps for you, some photos of Charlotte as well. Okay, So, just hold on 1 second because someone's now saying press conference earlier, but they just said there wouldn't be one. So just hold on. I'm just checking. Someone said, request from a family member. If you were camping, hiking, hanging out this past weekend at the Moreau State Park, please post any pictures you took and hashtag. You can use the hashtag Moreau State Park. You don't need to say anything, just the hashtag. There could be clues where we least expect it. Okay, thank you for sending me that as well. Well, if there is a press conference, I'll come back, okay? But from what we read from law enforcement, there's not going to be one. So I'll keep my eyes peeled. If there is something, I'll see you again soon. Otherwise, I'll see you again later. All right, everyone, stay safe. Please share, like, and share. Hashtag Charlotte Sena. That would be helpful. You can also use Moreau State Park or Moreau Lake State Park. All those hashtags, okay? So I will see you. Thank you, mods. Thank you to all my patrons, members, all the OGs, all the new subscribers. I will see you again soon. Bye.